Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I am a few minutes late because um YouTube wanted to try me. Hold on, let me connect via what's happening? Woo, that's awkward. Okay, so now we are good. We are live. We're on and popsin'. We are on and popping. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. So the problem that I have with Instagram. Okay, awesome. So welcome everyone. My name is Jumoke. And welcome to a live dream interpretation. Wow, you guys are on quick. Y'all was waiting. Okay. Yeah, I had a little bit of difficulties when I was trying to do the live because don't you guys hate when a software wants to switch up like last minute and it's like, oh, now you have to download this new thing, or do you want to go back to our old player? Anyways, yes, welcome to another dream interpretation live Q&A. Hello, everybody. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Jen. Hey, Bianca. Hey, okay. Meredith was like, I'm going to go on, what's it called? Social media. So I wanted to talk to you guys briefly about the biggest mistake that you are making in dream interpretation. And then when I'm done talking about that, I'll open up the floor for any, questions about dreams, about dream interpretation, any symbols that you are confused about. But that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it. Okay, so what is the biggest mistake that you are making in dream interpretation? Can you all hear me? Okay, so the biggest mistake that most people make when they are getting into dream interpretation is that they cling to symbols. That is the biggest mistake when it comes to dream interpretation. This is the reason why, personally, for me, I am not that I'm not a big fan of dream symbol dictionaries. I think that they're very helpful, but I don't think that people understand how to use them properly. So what ends up happening is that people they don't know how to use a dream symbol dictionary, and they cling to the symbols that so and so said this means, right? And that bothers me a lot because every dream is unique. Yes, there are going to be some things or guidelines that will help you kind of like, oh, maybe it could be this, maybe it could be that, but you cannot cling to a symbol. I'm going to give two examples of why you cannot, I'm going to give you two examples of why you can't cling to symbols, and then I will take some questions. So I was actually reading in my quiet time today. I was reading Genesis 40. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I want to read you a story in Genesis. So there was a man, for some of you who don't know, hey, Chino, wow, you joined me on YouTube? What's up? Okay, so for some of you who don't know or are familiar, grew up in a church, there was a man named Joseph, and Joseph, he went through a lot of hard trials, a lot of bad stuff was happening to him, and his family had a gift of dream interpretation, but I think he had to kind of grow and develop in it. So he was thrown into jail. Two people, a cupbearer and a baker, they had dreams. He interpreted for them. Cool. When the cupbearer was released and got out of prison, Joseph was like, hey, don't forget me. Remember, like, get me out of here too. But that homeboy, he done forgot. 2 years done passed by, and now we're picking up the story. So this is Pharaoh's dream, and I just wanted to show you guys really quickly. I can hear you. No birthday suit look today. LOL. Okay. I'm reading from Genesis 41. It says, 2 full years had passed. Pharaoh had a dream. He was standing by the Nile when out of the river came up 7 cows, sleek and fat, and they grazed among the weeds. After them 7 other cows, ugly and gaunt, came up out of the Nile and stood beside those on the riverbank. And the cows that were ugly and gaunt ate up the 7 sleek, fat cows. Then Pharaoh woke up. I'm not going to keep reading into everything, but basically, there was another dream that had the same, type of theme. So they called in Joseph because Joseph can interpret dreams. And Joseph basically said, hey, there's going to be 7 years of famine, 7 years of plenty. and 7 years of famine. So that's what those symbols represent. They represent 7 good years that Egypt is going to have. They're going to have a whole bunch of money. They're going to be good, all this food, whatever. But there's going to be a famine right after that that's going to make everyone forget about the 7 years of plenty that you just had. Now, I bring that up because there's no dream dictionary that would have told you that a cow meant a year or meant prosperity, or in the context of the dream, there would have been no type of symbol that would have automatically equated to that. Because I've heard even some people, when they say, oh, when you see animals in dreams, it's demonic spirits, right? And if you just kind of look at that dream, and I know a lot of people have probably read that story, and you're like, oh, wow, like the ugly gaunt cow, it ate up the fat cow. Oh, that's demonic. That's demonic. Blah blah blah. It's not demonic though. Some people automatically assume that every bad dream is demonic, and it's not. And you cannot cling to symbols, because right after that, it was the same thing that happened, but instead of cows, it was the grain. It was well, what did they say? Yeah, it was heads of grain. So it was the really healthy heads of grain, but then it was the scorched, parched heads of grain eating the healthy heads of grain. But that's two different symbols, but they represented the same thing. And again, you cannot just sit here and be like, oh, demonic. Oh, see, something was eating something else. That's demonic. No. You always have to look into the context of the dream. Dreams are not as mystical as you think. Sometimes you just need to break it apart piece by piece and really look at it from the context of the dream. From the context. Another reason why I say that it's important to not cling to what's it called, symbols, is because I had I just lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. Some people, they're like, oh, things have to be in a certain way in dreams or whatever. But I'm like, no, anything can represent anything. Again, it just depends on context. For example, if you see a lion in the dream, a lion in your dream, what is a lion represent? A lion could represent Jesus because he's a lion from the tribe of Judah, or it could represent Satan because the Bible says that your enemy prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom it may devour, right? So those are two opposite. That's Satan and Jesus. You can't say every time in a dream it means this. No, you have to look at the context of what is happening in the dream. But then at the same time, cling to that symbol that Jesus is always going to come to you as a lion in every single dream. No, like Satan is not going to come to you as a lion in every single dream. You have to be able to have discernment on that. So that's just a really brief lesson I wanted to give you guys. It's hot in here, but if you guys have any questions about dreams, about dream interpretation, I know I'm a little bit earlier than I usually am, but I wanted to get this out before the sun goes down because I like to take evening walks. So yeah, y'all, quarantine life. I would usually do this around 8, but I was like, let me do this for like an hour and then go. Okay, so someone said, I'm flying in my dream. Does that mean witchcraft? Sis or bro? What did I just say? That's the point. Like, you're not gonna know unless if you have context of the dream. How can just simply the symbol of flying, it can represent so many different things. What is the context of your dream? I'll give it another example. Again, I hear a lot of people that say that animals represent demonic spirits. All animals represent demonic spirits. How? I had a dream recently, and it was like a cat, and it was white, but it had like gold and tan streaks within it, and it was being tortured, right? Everyone, it was like a show, and they were trying to torture the cat, and I was like, "Yo, what is going on?" I'm trying to call the police, And then when the show shut down, like it shut down right before like the cat was seriously injured or killed. So I went to the cat, and I was petting it, but surprisingly, it was like it was very shaken up, but it allowed me to pet it. Like, it had unusual trust for me, even though from everything it just been through. And I just was so attached to that cat. Now, I don't have a cat. I'm not really much of a cat person, but someone would say like, that's demonic. That's a demon that you're hugging. How? And, when I sat down with the dream, I realized that that was the ministry that I had just launched, that there's going to be a lot of women who are coming to this ministry that are broken, went through some really traumatic things, but they are putting trust into this. They're putting trust into the people that are within this ministry. But you see, they represented the cat. But there's no dream symbol that would have told me that my ministry represented a cat. You need to look at it in the context. You cannot just rely so heavily. Like a dream dictionary should be something that you do secondhand, not firsthand. So yeah, that's what I would say. Lately I've been dreaming about dogs, but I don't understand why. Again, what is the context? A lot of dream dictionaries, it depends on what you think first when you think of dogs. For me, when I think of dogs, I think of loyalty because it's an idiom, like man's best friend. Well, at least in America. Usually Americans love dogs, and dogs are actually pretty loyal animals. So that's the first thing I would think of. I'm like, okay, there's some type of loyalty, there's some type of commitment, and that's what I would think of it as. But maybe you don't like dogs, maybe you're scared of dogs. That would influence the what's it called, that would influence the meaning of the dream. Okay. Okay, it was two people trying to kill me before I started flying. Okay, so then that's some context. If you have two people trying to kill you and then you start flying, that could be like, in a way, deliverance. Like it could be some type of supernatural deliverance. When I think of flying, I think of like soaring higher heights, like going higher. Yeah, so it depends. I mean, if you were on a broomstick, then maybe that's witchcraft. I don't know. Are you a witch? I don't know. But if two people are trying to kill you and then you start flying and then you escape them, then that would be a good dream. That would be maybe God is delivering you or rescuing you from something. I'm usually driving in my dream for some reason. Okay, well, driving is a normal part of our everyday life. And when it comes to driving in dreams, usually your car represents your life, just like your house. Your house represents your life, but a car can also represent your life or where you're going in life. There's different things a car can represent, but it has something to do with your life. And depending on who's driving or the people who are in the car or where you're going can give more context. Okay, I had a dream about a dog as well. Okay. Driving means where you are heading in your destiny. Good job. I had a dream about a dog, but it charged against me. So I knew from the context it was demonic. And I prayed over the dream and it charged at you. Okay. So, it charged towards me. So it was demonic. Okay. I do want to mention, because I think I just kind of said it before, when you have bad dreams, even dreams that, like, I think everything just really requires some context, because sometimes bad dreams can still be God dreams, even if there's something that is demonic in it. And I know some people are like, no, because if it's a correctional dream from God, right, or a warning dream from God, if what he's correcting you about involves something demonic, then probably something can represent a demon in a dream. So, for example, let's say that he's trying to correct you when it comes to lust, or when it comes to greed, or when it comes to pride, or something like that. In a dream, something or person or whatever could represent something demonic, but that's what is influencing you, that God is correcting you on. Do you get me? So sometimes you can have demons or demonic symbols in God dreams as well, which is why you have to sit there and you have to interpret your dream. Because if you just sit here and be like, oh, I saw something that looks kind of demonic, well, rebuke, because sometimes God is rebuking you. So, like, make sure you go through your dream and you sit and interpret it. Mine were about me getting a dog every time, and I don't even have a dog. It was positive, but I still don't get why I dreamt that. Again, it just kind of depends on context. Instagram, if you guys have any questions about dream interpretation, just let me know. Yeah, so it depends. Yeah, so it depends. You said it's good dreams, but what else was happening in the dream? There's probably more details in the dream that will give it greater context. Okay. I used to have dreams of a cat attacking me. Was it a black cat? If it's a black cat, maybe it's witchcraft. Who knows? Yeah. Again, need some context. Woo! Okay. I dream. Hey, Ronke. Ronks, Ronks, what's up, girl? Okay, I had a dream. I was at the edge of hell, but someone who I thought was Jesus, who looked awfully sad, that in the dream I was going to hell. So he gave me fireproof slippers, and that was the dream. You're at the edge of hell, but someone who I thought was Jesus looked awfully sad, that in the dream I was going to hell. Sis? And he gave you fireproof slippers to be able to walk through hell. Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say, I'm like, are you saved? But I think you are saved. Um, okay, so what it could mean, if you are a believer, it probably doesn't mean literal hell. Could be. It could be symbolic of like maybe you're going through hell on earth. I don't know. It could be something like that. And maybe you're going through something. I don't know. You said someone who you thought was Jesus. Again, I have to get more context, but it could be that. And he gave you something to be able to walk through the situation that you're currently going through. That is a possibility of what it could represent. Everyone who just joined on Instagram, I'm doing dream interpretation. So if you have any questions about dream interpretation, let me know. You were right, because in that same dream, someone saved me and we escaped from the dog. And that person told me he always watches over me. Boom. So there you go. I'm pretty sure it sounds like some type of deliverance dream. It sounds like you are being rescued from something that you're going through currently in the natural. So that could be a good dream. So does anyone have any more questions about dream interpretation? It's kind of a still live. I feel like maybe this time doesn't really work for everybody. But does anybody else have any questions about dream interpretation, about trying to decipher the symbol and the symbolism of your dreams? Symbolisms of your dream, yeah. I would also give you another tip. When you do have a dream or you have a symbol, when you see something, you should always kind of think of like, what does this represent in real life? Right? So if you're in a dream and you see a mirror, okay, you don't need a dream interpretation. You don't need to go straight to a dream interpretation dictionary or a dream symbol dictionary. I think you should look at a dream symbol dictionary as a last resort. After you've already sat there and you tried to figure out what it was for yourself within the context of the dream, do that first. And then, if you want to, like maybe you're still kind of unsure, then you can go to a dream symbol dictionary. But it's really important that you, what's it called? Look at it first. So yeah, think about what it means in real life. If you see like a mirror, for example, what does a mirror do in real life? It shows you your reflection. It shows you your motives. Well, not your motives. I'm going into like the interpretation, but it shows you your reflection. It shows you your flaws, right? Like you can see pimples and things inside of a mirror. It shows you how you look. Like you check yourself. You're like, oh, do I look good? But that's what the purpose of a mirror does. Now, if we're to create a symbol from that, it's like, okay, you're looking at yourself. That means you're looking at your own character. You're looking at your motives, your heart, your mind, your thoughts. Like that's what it would represent. Do you understand? And so yeah, you want to think of like, what does it do in real life? If you see a bed or a couch, what's the first thing that you think of? Some people think comfort, right? So go with that first before you try to jump into like a dream interpretation symbol dictionary and try to interpret it from there. Okay, so no one has any more questions. This is actually going to be a very, very quick live. Okay, well, that's it. That's it. This is a very, very quick live today. If you guys don't have any questions, thank you guys so much for joining. Hopefully you have a question. Okay, because you're just about to miss it. Oh wow, now y'all want it. I was right about to end. Okay, what is your question? Put that there. Someone said, what does it mean if I see myself around a pool half naked with a bathing suit? Okay, so pools, it depends. A pool can represent a body of believers. Yeah, because Holy Spirit is represented as water in scripture. So sometimes a pool can represent a small community of believers, and you are half naked. Half naked or nakedness in dreams just represents vulnerability, transparency, exposure. And you are in a bathing suit. A bathing suit allows you, well, in context, it's just something to swim in, right? So it's something that allows you to move in the spirit. So I would say, in the context of your dream, maybe it's a community, like a spiritual community that you're in, that you're feeling vulnerable in. So it could just be a soul dream. A soul dream is a soul. Well, your soul houses your emotion, your thoughts, your will, right? So usually when you have a soul dream, it's more about like you and what's kind of going on in your soul. So maybe you're feeling uncomfortable. The people I saw myself with do not like me in real life. Yeah, I saw I was with them. Okay, see, I told you. I'm not saying that it's good or bad, but maybe you're just vulnerable, transparent with a group of believers, and you're saying in real life that they don't like you. I mean, again, you have to kind of apply it to your own life. But if you saw that dream, your dream is probably just mirroring and representing what's happening in real life. So I don't know, you know, kind of pray about that, see what you should do about that. But that's what that dream is pointing to. Okay, so let's go back to YouTube. I'm a believer, and you could be right. It's almost spot on in the past things. Woo, in the past things I have went through around the time I had that dream. I was homeless. Hey, yeah. Pregnant with my 2-year-old, but God recently seen me through. I told you. And I'm like, you see, this is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's like, it's demonic. That was hell. It's demonic. But I'm like, it could be representative of just like hell on earth, like someone is going through hell, and Christ gave you shoes, fireproof shoes, so that you would not be burnt while you are going through hell. Look at that. Look at that. But that is good. That's good. Okay, what do you think it means? Love your YouTube. Oh, hey, thank you. Okay, what do you think it means if someone you know dies in your dream? So you should go to my last live, dream interpretation live. I talked about death in dreams, but if it's someone that you know dies, it depends on how. Let's just go through a checklist. Whenever you see someone die in a dream, you have to ask yourself. A few questions. One, what is your spiritual life looking like? Are you in right standing with God? Are you an intercessor? An intercessor is someone who stands in the gap for other people and prays for other people. Two, how close are you with this person? If this is someone that you do not see on a regular basis, that's something we have to consider. And three, I think there's a three, but I think those two questions is something you really have to ask when you see someone die in a dream, because God is not going to give you something that you cannot steward. Okay, he doesn't give deep revelations to people just because they ask for it. Like, no, if you cannot steward over that revelation, he's not going to give that to you, especially something like death. He will not give you a death dream. I didn't wake up crying, but my eyes were wet. It was almost like I knew it was a dream, but I couldn't get out of it. I was sad. Yes. So it just really depends. Like, it depends on who that person is. Are they close to you? Is it someone that is just, whatever? And you said when you woke up, you weren't crying, but did you go into spiritual warfare about it? Like, God would only give you a death dream if it's something that you could cancel. And if you are an intercessor. And usually if God is trying to grow you in the position of an intercessor, he will not give you something heavy like that up front. That's the character of God. So usually if all those things are like not check, then it most likely is symbolic. Depending on who that person is, they can be representing something that is dying or ending in your life, not that person's life. That person just may represent you. So it could be a relationship ending, a season ending, I don't know, a friendship ending, a class ending. What else ends? Like a job ending, so it probably is something or a season in your life that is ending. Depending on who the person is and what you attribute them to, then that's what it would be. Hey everyone, and stay safe, everyone. Yes. Okay, so my last one is I saw a bunch. Okay, let me just put it like this because I can't see. I saw a bunch of people come to my house, and And one of them asked me, "Do you remember me?" And he told me where he met me, but in real life I have never been to that place. And I saw, okay, well, finish your thought and I will come back to you. Okay. I have theme in my dreams. I always lose slash misplace things. For instance, if I drive to the store, when I get out of the store, the car is now, oh, the car is nowhere to be found. Hmm. You always lose or misplace things in your dream. This sounds like a soul dream. Maybe in your own life you feel like you're losing grip of things, like you feel like things are not what they used to be in your life. That could be a possibility because it's not someone see, if it was someone that was taking things from you, then we can be like, that's probably a demonic symbol. But if it's you that's constantly losing and misplacing things, maybe there's some fear that you have that you're forgetting something, that you're not getting something, that you feel like, oh, okay, everything is fine, but then things are not. Like when you go back and think about things, it's like something is just not clicking with you. So it could be, and it can be people as well. It's not always objects. Yeah. So maybe you have some type of fear, like losing things, and maybe it's manifesting through your dreams. So that could be a possibility. Okay, next dream. My child's father and I, along with my child, were laying in a bed, and me and my son were good, but an invisible spirit was in the room. And I told my child's father to believe. And after he agreed, he jumped off the bed and ran out like he was being tormented. To believe? What is he believing? Can you clarify that? Okay, I'm gonna go back to Instagram. Someone asked me a question on Instagram. Okay. Um, okay, so it said a bunch of people were at my house and someone in your house. Do you remember me? Okay, so it's someone in your house that is asking you, do you remember them? And they're telling you what they're met, but in real life, you've never been to that place. And I saw one of them staring at me, and I noticed his eye colors were not normal. It was shiny blue. By the way, my mom used to live in that place, but I wasn't born yet. Shiny blue, but not normal shiny blue. It didn't seem like the regular blue eyes that we see all the time. So in dream interpretation, I need to see where this is and figure it out. A lot of people say that blue eyes are demonic. And I've seen that multiple dream interpretation. I don't know why yet. Maybe it's biblical. Maybe deliverance ministers have experienced things like that. I don't know. So it's interesting because they are in your house. They know you, but you don't know them, right? And this was before you were born. It sounds like a monitoring spirit. It sounds like a familiar spirit that is in your life because your mom used to live in that place, but you weren't born yet. So this is a place that your mom used to live in before you were born. And there's a spirit there, or like some spirit in the past. That's what I'm saying. Like it just sounds like a monitoring spirit and a familiar spirit that is following you, especially because it has shiny blue eyes. Like I said, I've just heard that before. I wish I can tell you why it represents a demonic entity. I have to look deeper into it, but just from your context, the fact that you don't know them, they know you. This is from like an old house from your before you were born. It could be a familiar spirit that is following you. So I would definitely pray against that. Close any open doors, any spiritual open doors that you have in your life that they may have legal access to. I would definitely start praying, fasting, surrendering that. I mean, move by the spirit, but definitely it's something you should go into spiritual warfare about. Okay. All right. Jumped off the bed. Oh wow, wow, woo, woo, woo. A lot of people are talking. Okay. And I was really about to leave. Y'all lucky. I was about to be like, peace out. Anybody got questions? Okay. Okay, we read that. Jumped off the bed. I kept dreaming about failing exams or doing poorly. And whenever I repent or try to repent, I always appear to dream about the toilet. I love that. Joyce, this is great because again, Joyce, you're getting corrected. You're getting consecrated. You are dreaming of failing exams and doing poorly. There's something in your life that you're failing at. It's not a real exam, obviously, but there's something that you're not, it's not a good dream. Failing exams or doing poorly and getting bad grades is not a good dream, mama. But the funny thing is that you repented from it. So maybe there's something that you really didn't understand, that you were not doing so well in the natural realm. And you start dreaming about the toilet. So when you think about toilets, what do you do in a toilet? You defecate, right? So when it comes to the context of dreams, what does defecation represent? It represents inner healing, right? It represents removing toxic mindsets, toxic behaviors. Something that's unwanted is being removed, right? It's. I don't want to say it's, I don't cuss, but you know what I'm trying to say. All that crap in your life is being removed. So that's good, because now it means that you're receiving inner healing. But the one about you failing and doing poorly, it could be a soul dream, but it also could be a correctional dream from God. Okay. I had a dream where I was in my car and the entire ceiling had insects, just nestled there, and I was fearful of them and disgusted, but I didn't do anything to remove them. It made me feel so itchy. Okay, so again, a card could represent your life, and a ceiling can represent your mind. Had insects nestled there, and you were fearful of them and disgusted, but you didn't do anything to remove them. So you have some type of thought patterns, some type of negative thought patterns going on in your mind that you know is not godly, but you know something is not right, but you're not doing anything about it. You're just kind of like letting Satan kind of toy with your mind and your emotions and everything, but you're not doing the work to actually like repent and to be delivered from them. Like you're just kind of like, yeah, I know I'm kind of messed up in the head, but oh well. But yeah, that's most likely what it represents. Okay, let me go back to Instagram. Okay, it says, yes, they told me they are my mom's friends, and my mom is Catholic, but I'm not. Interesting. Because my mom keeps trying to get me to Catholicism by being mean. Oh, you're the one who had sent me the dream. I feel forced, and she waits until I fall asleep to put stuff from her church in my room. Thank you for your time. That's not good. That's not good. I know everyone is in different backgrounds and whatever, but Catholicism is a lot of just paganism and Christianity mixed together. And if you're dreaming about things like that, I don't know. The stuff that she's putting that are Catholic and you're Protestant, you're Christian, I would say to remove him from your room. Maybe that is where the monitoring spirits are having legal access from. So consider that. Maybe the dreams will stop. Maybe you'll, I don't know, but pray about it and, send me an email and we'll see. Okay. All right. YouTube. In a dream, I was at my wedding ceremony, and the guy that I currently talk to, and we were celebrating, we had pictures on the stairs of us sharing our love. And someone came downstairs and they were mad that we were together. Okay, let me make sure I understand that. Oh, no, I think I have one that's open. No, none of them are opened. Okay, never mind. I guess I have to open a new one. Oh, no, this one open. Okay, you were at your wedding ceremony. Okay. The guy that you're currently talking to, you guys were celebrating. You had pictures on the stairs. Okay. The pictures on the stairs of yourselves, I'm assuming, and us sharing our love. And someone came downstairs and they were mad that we were together. So I'm not fully sure what that could mean, because here's the thing. When it comes to weddings, even if it's a guy that you're currently talking to, ladies, you never want to jump to the assumption that, oh my gosh, that means we're going to get married. Confirmation. No, sometimes maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. It could just represent, like, that person could just represent a symbol. And a wedding ceremony means the coming of two. So this represents the beginning of a new commitment, right? Like the coming of two, right? And you guys had pictures of your love, okay, on the stairs. Stairs represent, moving to a new level, right? You're either moving to a higher level or a lower level. and someone came downstairs and they were mad that we were together. Who is this someone? Maybe there's just opposition for this new thing that you're trying to do. Now, I don't, yeah, because again, I don't want to jump to the assumption that, oh, that's confirmation, girl. Ooh, marriage, it could just be that there's a new commitment that you're about to walk into, and it's about to shift you to a new level, but there's going to be opposition. It can really just be that simple. So maybe. I did speak some words of positivity for him after that happened and try not to jump to any conclusion. Thanks for the help. No problem. Is that okay? Crystals. Ooh, did you put okay. Okay. I did speak some words of positivity to him after it happened. Yeah. Okay, awesome. All right. Oh, whoa. Okay. Wow. After giving my life to Christ again, I stopped having these dreams. Okay, Grace, you were talking about losing people and losing things. Okay, so then that's good. Um, we have been having marriage dreams, maybe confirmation. I don't know your situation. I think it's really, really tricky because I don't want to confirm or deny. When it comes to marriage, and even when it comes to anyone who's prophetic, one of the things that is really toted on when you are someone who's prophetic, there are three things you do not prophesy about. You don't prophesy marriage, you don't prophesy purpose, and you don't prophesy death. So that's why I'm like, I don't know your situation. I don't know the guy. I can't tell you if it's a confirmation dream or not. That's something that God will have to confirm to you. I just gave you, like, if it's symbolic, this is what it could be. If you guys are joining on Instagram, if you guys have any dream questions, dream interpretation questions, let me know. Okay. I was trying to tell him to believe, and my spirit understood it in Jesus. Okay. Trying to tell him to believe in Christ, and the torment would stop. Okay, so let me go back to your dream, Jasmine. Okay, so your child's father and you, along with your children, were laying in bed, and me and my son were good, but an invisible spirit was in the room. Child's father to believe, and he agreed, and the torment stopped. Well, this just could be because he's the father to your kids, he still is tied to you in some way. And if there's an invisible force, and you guys are still a family, even though you guys are not together, you are still a family unit in God's eyes. You get what I'm trying to say? So maybe this is just a push to pray for his salvation, because maybe he's carrying like a familiar spirit or a generational curse. I don't even know. Maybe he's carrying something into the family, and in order for that thing to be broken off, or that torment or whatever it is, then he has to put his faith into Jesus Christ. So it could just be a simple prayer. I mean, it could be just a simple dream to encourage you to keep praying for his salvation. Okay, what else we got? I usually have dreams that I'm in my childhood home or back in university. I get up and pray, and it still happens. It depends on what is happening in those places. I know some people, they will sit here and say, oh, that's demonic. That automatically means regression, but not really. It may just be a marker, like a personal marker for what the dream is talking about. It could be a past insight dream from God. Maybe there's something that happened in the past that God is trying to bring awareness to and give you understanding, because maybe it's something that is affecting your present. Do you understand? So it depends on what's happening in your childhood home or your university. And when it comes to university, it depends, because I have dreams of being in university. A lot of times it's not my university, but it's just university in general. And that's why I said don't cling to a symbol. I understand that to mean a place of learning. I'm just learning something. And even better, it's higher learning. At least I'm not learning the basics. I'm not in elementary school. Like, I'm advancing in my learning. If I'm in high school or if I'm in university in a dream, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm learning something higher. Okay, what about dreams of talking animals? Again, it depends on what they're saying. It depends on what they're saying. It depends on what's going on in the dream. Context is king. Context is king. What are they saying? Are they friendly? Are they giving you advice? Are they sitting, barking at you? Are they trying to bite you? Are they chasing after you? Like, what is the context? If you have a dream about like a cartoon character and that's a talking animal, on TV, and you have it in your dream, what does that mean to you? What do you think of when you think of cartoons or talking? Like, what does that mean to you? So it's not so much of just the animal talking, but what are they saying and what is the circumstances around that talking animal? Thank you. Definitely makes sense. I will definitely pray about it and repent. Awesome. Are all dreams from God? No. Dreams are from one of four sources. They're either external, induced externally. That means by drugs, by medication. Like just like in the natural, if you take certain types of drugs, it causes you to hallucinate. Sometimes if you dream when you're high, when you're drunk, when you're taking certain medication, it can induce certain types of dreams. You have soul dreams. Soul dreams are dreams from yourself. They're dreams from your soul. What's happening in your soul? Your soul houses your thoughts, your will, your intellect. Okay, so like let's say if you're going through something in the natural, let's say if you're going through depression, let's say if you have a lot on your mind, let's say you just got into an argument, let's say you're angry at someone, it can manifest in a dream in the form of a soul dream. You have dreams from demons, overtly or covertly. So you have overt demonic dreams that like you can definitely tell like that's witchcraft, or something like that. Or you have those more sinister what's it called, demonic dreams that they are trying to masquerade as someone that trying to gain your trust. That you have that, and then you have dreams from God, and dreams from God can be split into a lot of different categories, which I won't go through now, but dreams are from one of four sources. Okay, right. All right. Miranda says, it was a woman. She came downstairs. She was mad when she saw the pics. I don't know, sis. Like I said, for me, I just think of opposition. So try to see if that's what it means. Instagram, we're interpreting dreams. So if you have any dream interpretation questions, please ask. Okay. I had a dream where in it, I showed my current rank. I'm in the military. Okay, awesome. E3. But it kept changing from 2 stripes, E3, to 1 stripe, E2. I believe God is trying to tell me something. Ooh, that's not good. I'm not even in the military, so I don't even truly know what you're talking about. But just the fact that it seems like a demotion, there's something that is pushing you to a lower position. I don't know if there's more context to the dream or more information, but it's just something that it's like, yeah, I don't know. You're not in the same position spiritually, so that's what it can mean. I agree. Awesome. Woo! Okay, thank you. I'll take it to God in prayer. Awesome. Okay, Missy K says, what does it mean when you are running or being chased by creatures or fighting beings in your dreams? What does it mean when you see babies a lot in your dream? Okay, so when you're running or being chased by characters or fighting beings in your dreams, so like different types of people, it could be different things. It could be if you're running, all these dreams, they sound like soul dreams, to be honest. And I know a lot of people automatically say it's demonic, but I'm like, you running. Like when I think of like whenever I hear dreams of people running, what are you running from? And you are monsters, not human. So it could be fear manifesting in your dreams, being chased by creatures or fighting beings in your dream, fighting things in your dreams like monsters, spiritual warfare. It could be demonic. Maybe you're being attacked. And if you dream that often, you probably have an open door in your life. What about sex dreams? Ooh, that's loaded. We'll get to that in a second. But fighting in dreams can mean conflict. Maybe it's an internal conflict with you. Like I said, it could mean that you're fighting an unseen enemy. Maybe you're fighting something like a spiritual. But like I said, if you have dreams like that often, then we have to check what's going on with your spiritual life. Do you have open doors? If these demons that are attacking you, demons do not just come into your life for no reason. The Bible says the accursed causeless shall not come, meaning there's always a reason for every type of ailment that's going on in your life. Demons don't just come. They usually have legal rights to come into your life, and sometimes they will manifest as symbols in your dreams. So yeah, it depends. It depends on who you are fighting, whatever. What does it mean when you see babies a lot in your dreams? So Babies, what does the Bible say about babies? Babies are an inheritance from God, right? Well, children are an inheritance from God. If they're your babies, good. That means just something that you have birthed out. You understand? Like some people think that, oh, it means that you have spirits, babies and the spirits. I'm like, how? Everybody on a natural level, it just means something that you birthed it out, a blessing you birthed it out, an idea that you've conceived. And depending on how old the baby or the child is, can represent like how long you've been stewarding over that thing. So it's a baby, that means it's something new in your life, right? Like newborn babies, it's like that's something new that just happened in your life that maybe now you have to take care of it. So that's what it means. You are welcome. Okay. So Instagram. Okay. What about sex in dreams? How about dreams about seeing a deceased parent and they're talking like we are in present day? Y'all, I just answered these questions. But I will, if you want to learn more about death and dreams, I have a live on it. If you can go to my YouTube, if you just put JUMOKE, I should pop up and go to my playlist about dream interpretation. You'll find it. But sex dreams are really, really complex. Again, that can take the whole live, but sex and dreams can come from all different sources. It's not always demonic. Again, we cannot just attribute everything to demons. A lot of times it is. It depends on who you're having sex with, if there's penetration involved, if there's a lot more details, and is the setting dark, are you having sex with a demon, are you having sex with a mermaid? A lot of different things. But usually sex in dreams is not good. It's not good. I don't think I've ever seen sex in dream be a positive symbol. Even when it's God giving you a sex dream, it's usually a warning dream. Like, let's say you're having sex with a guy or whatever, or like, it's just like some type of intimacy, or like it's getting there, but you're not really feeling it. You're like, how is this happening? God could be warning you about rape. So, I'm like, that God can't be warning you about rape. God can even use sex as a symbol to correct you. I interpreted a dream recently, actually, that the girl was receiving foreplay from this guy that she used to talk to. He reached inside for her, he cracked something, and it sounded like, what's it called, like crab legs cracking, but it did not represent actual sex. Even though he was a demonic symbol, it was actually a God dream. And from the context of the dream, I'm like, I don't really think that this is talking about sex. I just think it's something that you're engaging in, that you think that, oh, I can like just get over here without reaping any consequences. I can just participate in just a little bit sin, but God is showing you like, no, sin is sin, sweetie. And you will reap the consequences. And if you don't sit here and repent, I'm going to send somebody to sit here and call this thing out. Okay. So that was that. And then you have demonic sex dreams, people having sex with gosh darn mermans and stuff like that. I knew this one girl, since she was young, she always had sex with the merman. The merman would come to her and would sleep with her at night since she was a young girl. That's demonic. It's the same merman coming to her. And I'm like, and she was Haitian, so I'm like, that sounds like voodoo. But that really sounds like voodoo. But that's just briefly what sex and dreams could mean. Okay. What does it mean when a dream that a dog was chasing me and it bit me in my left hand? I would say go look up what left hand means in dream. I think it's an attack on something, but I want you to go and look that up. Okay. Because here's the thing. I don't want to give you guys every little thing, especially things that you can really just find yourself. I want you guys to understand too, even when it comes to dream interpretation, God's not getting off his throne. Okay. He's not going to spoon feed you every little thing. So if a dog bit you, maybe it's an attack on something. Check out what left hand means in a dream. Biblical, by the way. Don't forget to look up the biblical interpretation of that, because there's a lot of people who do like things are not biblical and they give you dream interpretation that is not biblical. But yeah, I think demons plagued my life due to generational curses. Narcissistic family members. I have many sex dreams too. Break it. If you under the blood, you have the ability to break it. Okay. Having reoccurring dreams where I'm traveling somewhere and I keep seeing vivid maps of where I'm going. I have not made it to the destination yet, but I'm always headed to the airport or a bus station. That's simple. That is so simple. Basically, that like you kind of even said what the dream meant. Like you're going somewhere in life. You had the vision for it, right? And right now you are at a connecting point because what is an airport? What is a bus station? It is a place that connects you to the next place you're supposed to go, right? So right now you know where you're going in life. You got the map, you got the vision, you got the resources. Now you're gonna go there. It's not a hot dream. Okay, let me go back to Instagram. Okay. Dang, my phone is getting hot. I had a dream about being in my uncle in a funeral. He is not he has not died in real life, and my dad was just saying he should have accepted Jesus. Um, so he's not dead in real life. Hey, if it's something like he should have accepted Jesus, maybe you should just start praying for his salvation. Sometimes death dreams can be what's it called? Closure dreams. They can be prophetic dreams. I've heard of a few people who seen a loved one pass away in a dream and it ended up happening. But sometimes God will give you the heads up for something before it actually happens. I'm not wishing death on your uncle at all. I'm just saying from the context of your dream, maybe you just want to start praying for salvation really simply because maybe something's ending in his life. Um, but it could be. So, like I said, I don't like prophesying death. It could be too much porn. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. If you watch a lot of porn or explicit things, it can show up in your dreams as soul dreams. So you have to really be careful what you're watching, what you're listening to. Um, yeah. Okay. And a lot of my extended family was there at his funeral, and I was just there looking. Okay, glowing. Oh, thank you. Okay, so how many more do I have to do? Just a few more. Um, how many do we have? Okay. Ooh, wow. All right. Let me try to get through this. Quick, quick, quick. Okay. Having recurring dreams. Oh, no, okay. I said that. I have recently dreamt about my dead grandpa. It was a beautiful dream, but what could it mean? It could mean a lot of things. What is he doing? Is he giving you something? Is he telling you something? If in those cases, then it's probably not a good dream. It could be a masquerading spirit trying to gain your trust, trying to pass down something. But it just really depends. Or maybe you just were thinking about him a lot and he's coming up in your dreams because you thought about him. But it depends. You have to, the Bible says to test the spirits. So test it. Like, what is he doing in the dream? Is he giving you something? Is he just there? Just are you watching him from a distance, or is he trying to communicate something to you? It's probably demons. If you try to communicate any dead stuff or like give you something like, hey, baby, here's my, my lucky bracelet or my lucky necklace, don't do it. Reject it. Rebuke that stuff because it could be a demon trying to trick you. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. I kept having dreams of me and my son's father, and we broke up going on 2 years now. He keeps wanting to be back in the relationship in the dream, and I don't want to be back with him. And we argue in the dream. Okay. Um, it could just represent, I don't know, it could represent like a past failure trying to resurface, or past commitment trying to resurface. And it's something that you're not having. So, hey, just put that thing to rest. Okay, I literally had a dream years ago where I was inside the water in an island with attractive men. Irks, but it was a warning dream, I believe. Okay, well, you got it. You are in the water in an island with attractive men. Okay, sis. What you watching? What you listening to? Okay, I was on the way of getting something I wanted, and a security guard told me that I had to be tested first. I was tested with a hurtful machine. I saw I was really hurting, but I ended up getting what I wanted. Instagram is not letting me write my full comments. You wanted, I was on my way of getting something I wanted. Told you, the security guard told you had to be tested first. Hurtful machine. I saw I was really hurting, but I ended up getting what I want. Because you're saying hurting. Like, what type of hurt was it? Were you just going through pain? How were you being hurt in the dream? Because maybe it's something in the natural that you want, but you don't have access to it. So in order for you to get that access, because you said test it, I don't know. Is it purification? Because purification is not fun. It's not easy. It's not cute. But you ended up getting what you wanted. It could be a consecration, purifying process. I'm not sure. So, it could be. Okay. This was very informative. I enjoy learning. Have a great night, Jumi. Good night, everyone. Bye, Ronke. I always dream I'm fighting my husband. Sis, what's good? You still dream it? That you fight your husband? That's not good. Again, usually fighting dreams, especially if you're fighting someone, is a soul dream. That means you have anger towards someone. And that's anger that you really have to let go of. Maybe you have unforgiveness and you have to be able to release that to God. Okay, so one more in Instagram and then we done. Okay. Instagram said, "Hello, I have not been remembering my dreams in full of late. When I wake up, all I can recall is someone's face I saw in a dream." So that could be attributed to, it depends. If you have any type of change in your routine, like let's say you're not getting enough, thanks guys, thanks. Let's say that you're not getting enough sleep. That can affect your dreaming. Maybe you have a lot on your mind when you go to bed and maybe that's affecting you now. That can also affect your dreaming. So it just really depends on what exactly is going on in your surrounding. If nothing has changed in your surroundings and you just like you were fine and then all of a sudden you just go blank, if it's not a natural reason, it could be a spiritual reason. It could be due to dream snatchers, and this has actually happened to me a couple times in my walk. And dream snatchers are basically it's it, there. And I promise you, like I saw it when I woke up one day because I'm like, wait, what? I jumped about something. It was almost like like it was almost like there was so much like distractions, like for me to not remember my dream. And one time I did 1 day Daniel fast. It broke off immediately. Just 1 day. That's Daniel fast. It's not even full fast. It's not even 6 to 6, no food, no water. I just did a simple Daniel fast and it broke it off. There's other times that it happened to me. I went to spiritual warfare, broke it off. Maybe there's some type of information that like the enemy wants to keep you from, that's trying to be revealed in your dreams. So definitely, I would say pray. If it's nothing in the natural, then I would say go into spiritual warfare about it. But check like maybe it's your surroundings. Maybe you're stressed out by koro koro. Like there could be actual practical reasons for that. Okay, someone else said, "You guys are keeping me today. Y'all need to pay me." Okay, what about thinking about God in a dream? Like the me in the dream was thinking about him and suddenly felt like I was about to fly. I don't like the fly part because I felt like I was being dragged up. It could be devilish. What? They block your memory. So yeah, exactly. Um Yeah, so for Barbie, I don't know. You're thinking about God in a dream there and you flying? I don't know. It's just not enough detail. So, yes, okay, you're here so cute. Glad I was on the computer and received this alert that you were live streaming. Awesome. Okay. I had a dream. Last one, no, I had a dream about 2 weeks ago, and people were outdoors, but it was prison with Bob Wire. Oh, with wire. Okay. Everyone was on all fours and it was scary. Huh? There was, oh my gosh, I only got 2 more minutes in this live. Oh, that means it's almost time now. Go. Okay. um, okay. So Instagram, if you want to hear the rest, then you're gonna have to join via YouTube. Just go YouTube me, JUMOKE. You already know it's me when you click it. So it's gonna end in about 2 minutes, but yeah. Okay. Okay, people were outdoors. It was like prison with barbed wire. Everyone was on all fours and was scared. There was a lion roaring, ready to kill. I thought of the lion is seeking whom he may devour. Girl, you got it. You already know. That can just be a commentary dream. Sometimes dreams are not really about your life. It may just be commentary of what's going on around you. So there's people, prison represents bondage. Barbed wire represents not able to get out of that bondage. Everyone is on all fours. So I think of like what animalistic, I think of primitive. I think of something is just not right. Like you're a human being, but you're acting like an animal. And they were scared, a lot of fear. and Satan is there ready to tear them up. So I would just say go into spiritual warfare. It could just point to maybe the people around you, maybe not necessarily you, but just like a call to pray for people around you, especially in this time that we're in. So maybe God's calling you to intercede for people around you in the world, all that good stuff. Okay. We'll pay you with undivided attention. Come on now. I have not been able to remember my dreams all year. Oh my gosh. And you pray against dream snatchers. That is a no go. Okay. So we are done. All right. So that is it for this live dream interpretation Q&A. Thank you guys for let me poor connection. We done. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey. Oh. I don't think this thing got saved on Instagram. Hey. Look at that. So he has no save to Instagram. Oh well. What's my business? You people have it on YouTube. That's why you people are here on YouTube. Okay. So yes, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much for asking me all your dream questions. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, leave a comment and we gonna talk later. If you want me to interpret like a very long, elaborate dream for you, then you have to set up a meeting with me, a consultation. So if you have like a dream that's longer than like one scene, or maybe I've interpreted many dreams for you, like I cannot keep interpreting everybody's dream. Like if you need me to interpret a longer dream, then definitely check out my website, dreamwalka8.com. Schedule a session with me and we'll go and we'll really dissect it one-on-one. So yes, thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.